Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the show. This is our first time doing a YouTube video like this.
Yes.
I've got the old partner in crime over here.
Hey, guys, it's me, Luke.
You know, Lucas.
Lucas.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we wanted to kind of switch things up on this video and kind of give you a little inside, scoop of what we're doing and, where we want to go. So I think it's going to be really, really informative, and I think you guys will really like it.
I think we want to start doing a little bit more of this. We were talking about it, how we've never gotten together and just sat down and just talked about like our business and just kind of everything that we got going on right now. We thought it would be a good place to start. Hop on in and do it.
Another thing we want to do sooner or later is jump on a big live and answer questions live that you guys might have.
Sure.
So we're going to put that together over the next coming weeks, and I think that'll be really informative for you guys as well. So Luke, take it from the top. What are we kind of doing right now?
Yeah. So what we kind of want to do is just break down with you guys what we got going on right now, what direction we kind of see ourselves going from here on and stuff like that. So right now, what Jake and I kind of have basically in the sense of holdings and whatnot and flips and stuff. So currently we have two fourplexes that we own. We've got a duplex that is almost finished being built in Chandler. That one's taken a long time.
Guys, you guys want to hear a horror story? We will tell you about that project sometime, and it has been the biggest learning experience we've ever had.
Oh, man.
And some things you just have to learn by,
making mistakes.
Doing it and making the mistakes.
Yeah. But it's been fun.
It's gonna turn out amazing.
Yeah.
We're gonna be sitting really good, even though it did take forever. The market's appreciated like crazy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it kind of has helped us out. So.
We've honestly gotten lucky because exactly like you just said, our construction costs were way too high. Obviously, our hard money fees were through the roof because we held on to it for two years and 3-4 months. So just ridiculous. But exactly like you said, the fact that the market has gone up so much has made such a big difference. So we're actually sitting pretty good on it, which is nice. But not only that, we learned so much from it. And so we're actually starting a new build triplex now that's right down the street from this duplex.
We thought that one went so well, let's jump back in and do it again. Honestly, we learned so much on that first one, and there's no way it's going to take us anywhere near as long. We learned from our mistakes and super quick. So we will not let that happen. So
then we also have, besides those ones, we've got we've got 2 Airbnbs up in Prescott. We've got another one. We've got another Airbnb that has a guest house, and we're renting that guest house out long term. And then we're finishing another Airbnb right now, over downtown Prescott as well. So that one should hopefully be in the next 6 weeks or something like that as well. So
yeah, we also got something super exciting that we've been working on. For a couple weeks now. We have our biggest project that we've ever, purchased, and it's actually going to be a long-term hold, 20 units, and we're super, super excited about it. The owners now are actually short-term renting a couple of them, so I think we can, probably do a better job than what they're doing now.
For sure. And
just get quite a bit of cash flow from this. So we're excited about that. Literally our biggest project yet. We've been wanting to get into, slightly bigger multifamily. Obviously this isn't huge, but before you can bite off 100 unit, you've got to bite off 20 units. You got to bite off 30 units. So we're excited about that.
So that's kind of the direction that we see ourselves going as well is exactly like Jake just said. So, buying a 20 unit, kind of starting with that, seeing how it goes. The mix of the 20 unit is 15 studios. I think it's 4 1-bedrooms and a 2-bedroom. Mm-hmm. But one of the big reasons why we really liked it is because it's 2 blocks from just the whole downtown area of our hometown, where we grew up and everything. So we're really familiar with the area, and the area is just kind of taking off right now. But yeah, it's gonna be a huge learning experience for us. There's no doubt about it. It'll be a little bit scary, but again, it's just one of those things where we've kind of always noticed that every time that we make the most growth, together with what we do, is when we take that giant leap and try something new. A lot of times it's like, if you kind of see yourself getting just kind of complacent and just kind of like doing the same thing, going over the motions and, going through the motions and not like growing and not in a good way of doing that. Cause like there's definitely like going through the motions and like, making sure that you're doing everything on a daily basis where it makes sense, where it's good to like, an example would be cold calling of, making sure you're on the dialer 5 hours every day or whatever. But then there's also like making sure that you're growing along with it as well. And so that's just what we've noticed is that every time we take one of those giant steps forward is whenever we, try a purchase like this or try something different.
Getting uncomfortable, guys. You have to do it. If you're never going to get uncomfortable, you're never going to grow. So take those risks. If without risk, same thing. You're never going to grow either. So you have to be willing to take those risks. And they're calculated. You know what you're doing. Well, I hope you do before you buy a 20 unit, but
just like us, we hope we know.
No, well, I think it'll be really, really good.
For sure,
be a good deal.
Sure. No doubt about it.
And then on the investment side, Luke, tell us a little bit about what we're doing.
So investment side, as you all know, we were basically wholesaling everything for the longest time, but then with the market how it is right now, we're just like, man, like we really need to start flipping more. Just the numbers that you're seeing that these houses are getting just blows your mind. That's why we've been doing videos lately too of just like a lot of just quick wholesales. Is because like what we were noticing is we were doing a wholesale where let's just say we were selling a super clean property and making 10 grand on it to sell it to a flipper, and now that same property that instead of making 10 and selling it to a flipper, now we're flipping it and we're making 40 grand. So we're making the 30 they would have made and the 10 we would have made. So it just makes a lot more sense to kind of go that route.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer. You just can't leave all that money on the table. So that's why we're, capitalizing on every single deal. Yeah.
So jumped heavily into flipping, and really, I mean, like I said, just made that big turn of like, okay, wholesaling into just flipping. And so, usually if we were doing, I don't know, let's say like 8 wholesales a month, we're probably doing like 1 or 2 wholesales a month, but now we're doing probably like 3 or 4 flips a month. And I mean, it's a lot more stress just in the sense of turning on utilities, and you can ask Jake about all that. That's
oh yeah, it's definitely a little more hands-on for sure.
Yeah.
And you obviously have more risk, with flipping compared to wholesaling.
Oh yeah.
You're not having to use any of your own money when you wholesale, but with flipping, you're gonna make 2, 3, 4, 10x what you would make wholesaling.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially in this market.
I mean, yeah, that was the thing is it was obviously, it puts you in harder positions. It puts you in tougher spots when you're flipping this much, just because you are using a lot more of your own cash, like you said. But again, it's just when you're making that much more, it just makes it worth it every single time. So,
Yeah, so that's a little bit about what we're doing on the investment side. Team-wise, as you know, Jack joined our team a little bit ago, so we are still keeping it a super tight-knit crew. We've only got three sales acquisition managers on our team, and they do all their own follow-up and everything.
Yep.
We've outsourced cold calling a little bit, which is something that we held off on doing for a long time, but over the last few months we did that, and we're having good results with that. Marketing, I
mean, still just doing cold calling. And then obviously we're doing a decent amount of SMS right now.
SMS, SEO, yep.
For sure.
We haven't done any mailers in a bit.
Yeah.
We were doing heavy mailers, last year and the year before, and we were having really good results with it. The one thing you'll learn when you start flipping is you actually don't have to spend as much in marketing because you are going to make more on your deals.
Exactly.
So as Luke said before, when we were wholesaling, let's say we were doing 8, 9, 10 deals a month, and compared to now, we only have to do 5 deals a month. So it's the same amount of deals it's less deals than you were doing before.
Right.
So you can spend way less on marketing.
But you're making a lot more, which
but you're
is crazy.
you're making a lot more. So you can really capitalize on that. So that's what we've been doing. So we've got off of the mailers and really just doing SMS, cold calling, like I said, a little bit of SEO.
Yep.
We don't do any PPC or anything like that. Nothing against it. Just like I said, we're having good enough results just doing those other forms of marketing, so we don't really see the need for it.
For sure. And we're also, The markets that we've been in right now have been Northern Arizona. We've been kind of dabbling. Like we've been pretty light in like the Phoenix market, Arizona. Like you know the main area there in Phoenix, Gilbert, Chandler, Scottsdale. You know that's if you're not from Arizona, that's all considered Phoenix. Everyone just calls it Phoenix, and that's why they say like the population is like what 6 million or something like that.
Yeah.
So
whereas like in Gilbert, where we live, the population is only like 200,000.
Right.
So.
Exactly. Yeah. So basically, we're gonna start getting back into the Phoenix market now, and we're gonna kind of jump in pretty heavy. We are still doing obviously some of our sub markets. We're still doing Louisville. We're still doing some of those other areas, but we really decided like okay, with us doing this much more flipping, it makes a lot more sense to do a lot more flipping here where we are, where we can actually go walk the projects every single day and stuff like that. So.
Easier to manage.
Yeah.
That's a big thing. With being in virtual markets, flipping can be a real challenge.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can't physically step in to fix this deal when you need to. Whereas if it's here in your backyard, you can do that. You can go check on the job regularly. You can have your project managers go check on the job. You can, step in and fire that contractor if you have to and move on to a different contractor. There's so many different things that you don't really think about. Like a lot of people just want to go virtual right away, which is good, but I would just say really go deep instead of going wide. Yeah. So if you can go deep in your own backyard and hit numbers that you're happy hitting, I recommend that. Personally.
Sure. Yeah, no doubt about it. It'll take a lot less, it'll be a lot less stressful, that's for sure. So.
Don't get me wrong. People, we've had great success being virtual and just pretty much strictly wholesaling, which is what we probably would do in the future, just instead of, flipping in person or flipping the properties that we have.
No, for sure. But yeah, so anyway, so that was basically, we just wanted to kind of give you guys just a quick little update. Basically, a P&L statement, if you will, for where we're at right now, just kind of everything that's going on. So, if you guys got any questions about anything, feel free to comment down below and let us know what you're thinking.
Also, if you're a wholesaler here in the Phoenix market or up in Northern Arizona, be sure to shoot us a DM. And if you golf, we'll take you out to golf, and you can see how bad we are.
We're not very good.
But we'd love to meet you guys because we are going to start buying deals here in Phoenix and obviously all throughout Northern Arizona.
Yes.
So we'd love to meet you guys and put those together.
Absolutely. Hey, nice dude.
Hey, tons of fun.
Hey,
Till next time.
See you later.